Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FIFA 19 Lower League career with me, Daniel. It's Season 3 Episode 8 and we've turned our attentions away from the Championship again today as we have our biggest game of the series so far in the 5th round of the FA Cup against Liverpool. We had Everton in the last round and had a brilliant episode under the lights. It was a really dramatic game, so if you haven't seen that one yet, then go back and check it out and pop back over when you're done. But last season we had a brilliant cup tie against Tottenham where we went to a replay, just losing out on that occasion. But that was back in the 3rd round. The difference this year is we're in the last 16 and we're really looking to spring an upset and get to the quarter-finals. I'm not sure we'll be able to do it, but we'll certainly give it our best shot. If we go to the calendar so we can see all the results since the last episode, we obviously saw that Everton replay and then we've had some very frustrating days since. So the win at home to Norwich in the following game was absolutely fine. 2-0 in that one, completely comfortable. We then won 3-1 at home to Sheffield United, which was also great. But the 23rd was my problem. We won 1-0 at home to Colchester in the FA Cup. You look at that on the calendar and think, oh, that's fine. But what also happened on that day, we came back from the cup tie and we were suddenly playing Nottingham Forest in a league game. So all 23 players in the squad played on that day. We had to promote 3 youth team players just to fill the bench and it was absolutely devastating. A complete game breaking bug, and thankfully it didn't cost us too much as we still managed to scrape a draw against Forest. If we hadn't have had a lower league team in the cup, that would have been an absolute disaster. We followed it up though with a Swansea game a few days later. None of the players were fit, but we somehow won 3-1. And then we drew 1-1 away at Derby before deadline day, moving into February with a draw against Sunderland away from home. That brings us into this Liverpool tie nicely, and we finally got a message to say the game that was supposed to be today has finally been rescheduled, meaning we won't have 2 games in a day again. So enough about game-breaking bugs, let's just try and focus on the positives. We're in the 5th round of the FA Cup, and this time we're only playing 1 game. There's a few other big bits of news from January. We let a few players go out on loan. There's no big news in terms of transfers, but what we did do with the spare prize money is tie down a few of our key assets to 1 or 2 year deals, adding to their contracts so they couldn't go for free. So Callum Ainley signed a 3-year deal. He's a backup player, but one that came through at the club, so we're keen to keep him around. The other one was Pelly Ruddock, another 3-year deal. A good player, we've got to keep hold of him. And most importantly, Yannick Pohl, a 4-year contract for him. He's a highest paid player now on 16 grand a week with a crucial squad role, but he's up to 74 and his pace is electrifying. He remains our key player. We're doing well in the Championship, we're flying high in the league, so hopefully we can just keep our cup run going to make sure we've got 2 competitions to sing about. So let's get into the game. We'll talk about the lineup for today and fingers crossed we'll be able to get a result. We'll be back in a moment with news of the lineup once all these screens are finally loaded. There we go then, it's our full strength 11. Campos is in goal for us, Justin and McQueen the fullbacks, and Pardew the skipper alongside McKenna. Rossiter, Yates, Neidham and Gibbs-White make up the diamond, with Morris and Pohl up front. In terms of attribute rating, Panico's actually overtaken Morris now, but we can't lose the target man at this stage of the season. We'll rethink things next year, but for now we're not too worried. So we'll get on into the match. I think that looks like Danny Rose over on the left-hand side. Fingers crossed he won't cause us too many troubles. We'll get into it and we'll be back in a second with the first half highlights. The suspense is building here at Anfield. It's 5th round time in the FA Cup. The redeveloped stand is looking beautiful there in game. One of the best grounds in English football. I've been there once for an FA Cup replay with Luton Town. We got beat 5-0 on the day, having just got into administration between the actual tie and the replay itself. I think Don Hutchison played centre half at about 35 years of age. Didn't end too well, but fingers crossed we've got good memories of the ground and could continue that today in this save. It's Liverpool with the kick-off and now Henderson in the middle. Gets it out to Mane on the left. One back by Yates though. Brilliant work to find Yannick Pohl. His pace can cause any defence problems. Out to Morgan Gibbs-White. Carlton Morris running off him on the left. Promising start. It's got to be a foul, referee. He's brought him down. He's not got the ball there. He went through the man first and that's a bit disappointing. But they're coming away with it, Liverpool. I've nearly called them Villa twice here, but they're now coming forward on the right-hand side. Let's get the ball out to the right back, Justin. He goes down the line for Yates. Yates cuts inside. We've got two in there. One of them Rossiter, the former youth prospect at the club, of course. He's going inside to Nydam. Got an overlap on the left from McQueen. Inside to Morris, the target man. Pole's running off him, but he was too soon, and he couldn't then find him with a run as he was offside. They're trying to play out from the back, though, and it is Danny Rose at left back who clears it. It's as far as the centre midfielder. Rossiter brings it down for Yates. Inside to Morgan Gibbs-White. Now it goes up to Carlton Morris, the target man. We continue to keep possession well. He's surely been fouled again there, but nothing given. And Justin cuts it inside to Nydam. We've got an overlap on the left-hand side from McQueen, and now he's waiting for the run of Morgan Gibbs-White. Beats one man, cuts inside. Morris is in the middle, tries to go for the header, but he's headed behind by the defender, and he's out for a corner kick. A bright start with 15 minutes gone. We've had the only attacks of the match. He's into the front post, try to flick it on. Second time will go up, knocks it down cleverly for Yates. Deflects up into the air, punched by the keeper as far as Yates again. But this time it is cleared, and now Firmino brings it away for Liverpool. He goes back to the left back. Firmino again to Henderson. He finds Allen. Henderson again. Out to the right back, Nelson Semedo. Another big name there, but Morris wins it back well and then gives the ball to McKenna at centre half. McQueen inside to Rossiter. He's got Justin at right back, but hits the man in the middle. It's Sadio Mane. You don't want to give it to him. He's in one-on-one. Too easy, top corner. And we've regretted giving away possession in a stupid position. It's 1-0 to Liverpool. And Rossiter, the youth prospect, gives the ball away, which costs us the first goal. Mane charges through the two centre-halves. He's just too quick. And Liverpool deservedly are ahead after a terrible mistake at the back. Yannick Pohl with the centre kick. We've come back into these games before. We've done it against Everton. We've done it against Spurs. We've just got to be optimistic that we can do it here. Morgan Gibbs-White finds Yates. Yates inside to Morgan Gibbs-White. I've got to say, this is probably the most imposing side we've played in terms of playing their first 11 and being a brilliant side anyway. They've got the ball out to Mane on that left again. We've not seen the man on the right, so if it's Salah, we've kept him quiet, but I'm not quite sure yet who it is. It is Mo Salah. He's not had a kick, so there are some positives for us. But I think a dream of getting to the quarter-final might be a bit difficult as they carve us for open again and Mane hits it straight at the Campos. He finds Justin at right back. Down the line to Yates. We just can't get past halfway as they're just so quick back in defence and they've got three men in the middle to mark us. Pohl finds Carlton Morris. He cuts outside. He's waiting for McQueen to make that run. Beats his man. There's two in the middle. They're onside. It's a terrible ball. And the striker's beaten to it and is cleared away. What a terrible waste of a brilliant chance. And McQueen's now got a throw in on the left. He finds Carlton Morris. Tristan Nydam's lost it, he's too slow, and now Rossiter's exposed in the middle again. Firmino's taking him on. No one's catching him at this rate, although Rossiter does slow him down on the side at least. He finds Salah, beats McKenna easily, and Pardew does well though, and Rossiter gives it back to McQueen. We've got a man down the line if we can find him, but we're forced to settle for a throw-in. They're too quick on the press, and we just can't handle it. McKean throws it in. He finds Rossiter. This time does give it to Pardew successfully. We've got a man out on the right, but he goes short to Yates. Now it is out to James Justin on the side. Pohl's running off him. Can we use his pace in behind? Joe Gomez is chasing. Pohl cuts inside him, does really well. There's no one there and he's forced to try and take another man on. Loses out in the end. Salah plays it to Firmino. Now Henderson. Out to Mane. Mane to Allen. Back to Danny Rose. He's coming forward to Allen again. And it's just so easy for them on the counter. Didn't mean to slide in there. But it is them coming forward with Firmino. Allen out to Rose. Now Mane. Allen again. It's so easy on the left-hand side for Mane. He's been the star man by a million miles. Into the box. Nydam heads it up more than away. Yates tries to get there, but it's deflected into the box. And Pardew loses out to Firmino. But it's straight into the arms of a grateful Campos. Out to the left-hand side for McQueen. We find McKenna. Up to Nydam. Inside to Rossiter. The half-time whistle goes. And we have certainly been outplayed after the first 10 or 15 minutes. Liverpool deservedly ahead at the break. They lead 1-0 and we've got a lot of thinking to do to get back into this game in the second half. We'll be back in a moment for highlights from it. Right, we've got 45 minutes to carve a result out at Anfield. If we are hoping to get promoted this year, which is looking increasingly likely, we've really got to learn how to do better in these games, at least to contain these sides if we want to finish mid-table in the Prem. Here's Morgan Gibbs-White on the left, cuts inside, but it's too slow again. Wins it back the second time, but concedes the throw. Just not good enough on the touch there. They've got it with Lovren in the middle. They try to go forward. Firmino's doing really well in that 10 role, and he cuts it back to Allen. Gives it away to Rossiter though. Tries to make amends, but he's his through ball's not got enough on it, and he's intercepted easily. Mane plays a 1-2. James Justin intercepts. Good to see him competing at the top level. Something he'll definitely be doing soon in real life. McQueen charging down the left. Salah can't keep pace with him, but he's overhit it and tried to be greedy. Semedo gets it back to Loris Karius. I'll be surprised if he plays for Liverpool again in real life, but it seems like he's been given another chance in the FA Cup, on this game at least. Salah with a beautiful touch on the right hand side, cuts it inside but it's intercepted. McQueen, can we finally create an attacking chance? Morgan gives White to Yates. Pole plays it to Morris, waiting for Pole to make that run in behind, but it's just too slow again. Rossiter gets it back out to Justin. Pole's running inside, he's in one-on-one. Great defending by Danny Rose to get it away, and unfortunately I don't think we're going to get a better chance than that. Rossiter trying to close down Allen, but they go down the left easily to Mane. He chips it all the way back to his centre half. Gomez looking confident, but not with his first touch. The ball's forward to Henderson. Now Danny Rose. Up to Firmino in that 10 roll again. He finds Mane. Mane cuts inside to Firmino for a second time. Justin just blocks him off and finds the ball to Ryan Yates. Inside to Morgan Gibbs-White. Can we create something? We'll have to make some subs in a moment. Liverpool have got a Champions League game against Roma coming up apparently, so there must still be a top 4 side. Here's Morris. McQueen's on the overlap. We've got a chance to get the ball in. There's 3 in there. At the back post is Yates. Knocks it down. Straight into the arms of Karius. And that was another great chance. We're not going to get many better, and we've not been taking the few we've had. They've got the ball out to the right hand side, and Pardew trying to close down but isn't quick enough. Yates closing the midfielder. Justin plays a 1-2. Danny Rose loses out there, and Pardew's done really well to force him wide again though. Justin with a delivery, he's not been able to block it off, but he's cleared away as far as Carlton Morris. Rossiter charging forward, waiting to find Morris again. It's a terrible ball. He's had an awful game, poor Rossiter. Really malted in front of his former club, who have just been unable to make him pay. Let's see if we can hold the ball up. Rossiter again going in for the challenge, but it looks like they've got through us easy again. McQueen's going to clear it long under pressure. Rossiter slides in, but not quickly enough, and we've just got to try and get a challenge in. An accidental foul, so we'll make the subs, and with 15 minutes to go, we've got a lot of thinking to do. We'll be back in a moment with news of the changes. 3 subs being made then. Liverpool are making one as well. I think that's Naby Keita they're bringing on. Plenty of quality there. We've brought 3 on. We've put Rossiter out of his misery. Jay Saunders has almost caught him in rating, so he's on for him. A good shot by the striker, but it's on target and straight at the keeper, thankfully. We've replaced the left-back McQueen with Potts. It's the one side we've been getting in, and McQueen's given it away a few times, although Potts just gives it to Salah there. Now Firmino, that could be our regret of the tie. Potts recovers though, you've got to be fair to him. He finds Saunders. Morris can't get on the end of that, and Liverpool charge forward again with Semedo. They've got the ball out to the left. The other change was Pelly Ruddock, who came on for Nydam. Now they've got the ball to Keita on the edge, but a shot saved, and it's as far as James Justin. He'll bring it away. We've got one more chance realistically. He goes down the line to Pelly Ruddock. Fresh legs, but he's against Keita, who's got even fresher ones. They're coming forward through the middle of the pitch. We've got to wait for the run off them. On the right hand side is Justin. Pole's in the middle. The touch is just not beaten Lovren. Great defending by the old man, and he's managed to deal with it well. Not brilliantly known for his defending. It's a bit controversial, but he's done a good job for Liverpool there. Firmino's charging forward, waiting for the man in behind. It's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Firmino again. Brilliant challenge by Pardew, and he finds Saunders. Last chance, 3 minutes to go. We're going to try and go in behind for Pole. He's in one-on-one. Surely he'll take the chance. We could nick a replay again. It's into the bottom corner from Yannick Pole. We've nicked a replay against all odds again, just as we did against Everton in the 3rd round. We got a brilliant draw there after being outplayed for 80 minutes, and it looks like Yannick Pole's done it again. Any game we can get outplayed, and then in the last minute, if you get him in one-on-one, he's so reliable. We're losing our voice again as Yannick Pole is absolutely sending us into delirium. The Crewe fans in the away end will be delighted, and now we've just got to hold on for 2 more minutes to get a replay against Liverpool. What a wonderful result. We definitely didn't deserve it, we're aware of that, but if we can nick it, it would be an absolutely brilliant achievement. Liverpool have a free kick. We don't want to let them take it short. Gibbs-White goes and charges down. He's into the box, knocked down as far as Carlton Morris. Gets it away to Yates. We're on the counter again, but this time Yannick Pole's not up there. He's got it on halfway to Pelly Ruddock. It's intercepted, but the whistle's got to go, ref. It finally does, and we've managed to nick a replay late on. Yannick Pole, the hero again. That's why we've given him a new 4-year deal as our highest paid player at the club. A brilliant Liverpool performance from their first 11. They deserve to win it by a million miles, but we just about nicked a goal after being outplayed for 80 minutes. The match stats suggest it. We had 2 shots on target in the whole game, got outplayed for possession and shot accuracy, but we did just enough to get a second chance. So you know what the next episode's going to be? The replay against Liverpool. This season's going to be a bit longer, but I'm not too worried. We expected it to take 5 or 6 years to get to the Premier League. We're going to do it in 3, and we're well clear, as you saw earlier in the season. So I'm not too worried about showing you predominantly FA Cup ties, though I've no doubt if Liverpool play like that again, we won't get that same sort of luck twice. A brilliant result though to get a replay, and I'm really proud of the performance there by the lads. It's back to championship action in between the 2 games though, so we've got to focus on that until the next episode. I'll be doing that off camera to hopefully get to a position where we're almost certain of Premier League promotion. You can see from the standings there we're 11 points clear, although Cardiff do have a game in hand. So the gap will be an 8-point minimum, which puts us in a really strong position with a decent squad. The lads have developed over the season as we expected them to. Morgan Gibbs-White is in the top scorers of the league there with 12. It's just all coming together nicely, and that lucky bit of finance from an FA Cup replay will certainly help things along. But if you did enjoy this episode, please put a thumbs up on the video. Apologies for my weakening voice at the end, but I'm sure you'll understand with that late dramatic goal for Yannick Pole. Let me know in the comments what you thought of that performance. Do you think we're ready for the Premier League? And looking forward, if we are almost certain of promotion, where do we need to strengthen moving into next year? I'm not too worried about the holding role with Saunders potentially coming in, but left back certainly seems a weakness for us. Let me know your thoughts though. I'm keen to hear them. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content from my 2 long-term stories, as well as weekly content from this FIFA 19 career. But a massive thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.